Welcome back, everybody. Oh my gosh, the generosity is pouring in that break. We are now at nearly $8,000 raised. Thank you so much. We have a goal of raising $10,000 from this event. We need $10,000 to send one shipment of craft supplies to kids at the 140 hospitals that Crafting for a Cure supplies. I mean, we have been in quarantine for 8 months. Some of it's been strict, some of it's loosened up a little bit, but it has all given us a taste of what it's like to be somewhere stuck, unable to do what you would normally do. Now imagine that feeling as a 10-year-old girl at a hospital in India. Imagine that quarantine. Now imagine a little girl who's scared to go into surgery, but a ballerina helps her on the way into the OR. That's the kind of work that Crafting for a Cure is doing. And that's the kind of thing that can continue, but only with your support. Crafting for a Cure this year had to turn down 200 hospitals that wanted their help. Not because there wasn't craft supplies to give, but because getting them there is so costly. We can't drive them there in our own cars right now. We can't go into the hospitals and be delivering things the way we used to. We're relying all on shipping. And that means we're relying on you. We're almost there. $8,000 is amazing. And if you'd like to get a little something other than a beautiful feeling back, head to the silent auction. You can be doing your Christmas shopping. You can be getting a steal of a deal on some amazing prizes. There is a trip for two anywhere Air Canada flies. You can be bidding on that, and Air Canada has agreed to allow you to take that trip wherever they fly once it's safe to do so. So don't worry about it expiring. There's also a 7-day boat trip through the UK. So cool. What about a race car driving experience? You can bid on something like that. A signed Raptors jersey? Or what about just some small everyday things? Family passes to the zoo or the Ripley's Aquarium. IKEA gift cards. Hey, we all go to IKEA. Why not save at least 20 bucks? The IKEA gift cards are $200. Hey, you save a little bit, it's win-win-win. We're at $8,000. If you know someone who might want to shop in the silent auction, put a link on your feed. Get them to come in. We're going to leave it open for the next little while, maybe even into tomorrow or the next day, to get those donations in, because we are very, very close now. I'd love to give a big shout out to a family or business who comes in with a $500 donation. That's what I'd love to see in the next over the final act. We're going into our final act in the next few minutes. If we could get a $500 donation, or what if you agreed to match whatever comes in during our final performance tonight? What an amazing gift you would be giving kids in hospitals around the world to allow Crafting for a Cure the chance to continue doing what it's been doing beyond 2020. It's been a rough year. We're going to help make next year better for the kids who will still be stuck in some sort of personal quarantine. Okay, we're going to give you 5 more minutes to go back to the auction, and then we are coming back here for our grand finale. The world record is going to be set by Phoenix of Fire, Christopher Campbell, the inventor of insanity. We'll see you back here in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Wow, you guys are answering the call. I asked for a $500 donation. We got a $1,000 donation from Maria Panzer. Thank you, Maria, so much. That money is going to be used to bring smiles to children across the world. Because Crafting for a Cure is, bringing smiles and craft supplies to kids in over 140 hospitals around the world. And you know who made that happen? Pamela Bielak. She is a woman who had this idea 20 years ago for Crafting for a Cure. And she had it because she saw a need when she visited a hospital with her own child. This is how brilliance is born, everybody. When you see a problem and you cannot rest until it's solved. And Pamela needs no introduction. She's close to all of our hearts. But I will say, over 20 years, she has not let this problem rest. And it's up to us to not allow Pamela to shoulder the entire burden of making sure that these supplies get delivered to all of these hospitals. She has laid the groundwork for us as a community to continue this work. It's our time now to step up and say, Pamela, thank you. We are here to help this legacy continue. So before we get to our final act of the night, I want to bring in Pamela to get her thoughts on Crafting for a Cure over 20 years and how amazing it is that we've raised more than $8,000 so far. So close, Pamela, to our $10,000 goal.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Pamela, from Crafting for a Cure. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow, wow, wow is all I can say. I actually said I wasn't going to speak. I told everybody, no, I'm not going to speak. But then they said, Pam, please. So I said, okay, just for all of you. So first, let me start off by showing you my beautiful shawl. As you all met Ankit from India, he obviously has touched my heart, and his family has touched us as well. And they sent me this beautiful orange shawl from India. So I'm wearing it in honor of his performance and saying thank you. But now I would like to say a few words. Since they gave me the opportunity to speak, I've decided to share a few words on why you're doing what you do and why I do what I do. If I can get through this without crying, then I think I've done something okay. To the families that allowed me in their son's hospital room just after they told he was going to die, and allow me to go in and try to bring him to a smile. All I did was give him a craft.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And all I did was give him a craft. And then the family created that craft after I left. They finished it 3 days later. That night, the young boy, whose name was David, passed away. The family messaged me along with the hospital and said, we thought these last 3 days would have been the worst for us, but because of you and your crafting and your smile and your energy, you gave our David and us something positive to remember him by. So for that reason, we say thank you. And they have the beautiful craft that they did together as a family. To the families that let me into their dialysis wards to craft with them. When I was in Israel, I got to say Shalom Aleichem or Salam Aleikum. To see diversity, have no boundaries in hospitals, to see hospitals care for any child, whether their race, gender, religion, financial means, whatever medical health. Crafting for a Cure is there. To the child and the children that have a catheter like me, that are so happy to see that we are the same when I come in to be with them. To say, gee, Mom, I'm just like her, so I can be grown up just like her. The child taught me to name my catheter. It's got a few names. To the parents that have cried in my arms endlessly while the ballerinas are twirling and making magic by the kid's bedside. To the teens in mental health wards that I believe in and know that they are not alone. I always say with our program is that Crafting for a Cure does more than just talk. We actually are making a difference in over 40 hospitals for teen mental health. We supply the self-esteem items where self-esteem is desperately needed. To all of you watching tonight, wow. 40 hospitals, so you know, were given complimentary codes to watch. We are the only charity to give free access to hospitals. Why? Why would I do this? It's for pure simple reason. Everyone deserves to smile during this time of COVID. Not just the ones that can afford $25, but especially to those that are doing so much more in the hospitals. I'm humbled and honored that both ABC and Global News, cross-border, paid homage and respect to Crafting for a Cure, and have done it for so many years. I am honored by my donors, my corporate sponsors that have been around me for many, many years. I'm honored by all of you for constantly donating. But what you all must need to know is that I can no longer do this alone. You know, this year, like many, I turned 50. It was an exciting year. But like this year, and many, COVID has taken a challenge on the charity. It's also put a little different light to my own health and realizing what is important. To me, yes, the charity is important. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. But it's the legacy of the charity that needs to thrive. So yes, Jen is asking everybody to donate $10,000. But if I want the charity to grow beyond 2020, we will need to raise much more. So for all of you who might know some donors at home or want people to bid, I know that the auction is staying open a little bit longer. Please go out to your friends, to your colleagues. Just know that Crafting for a Cure makes a difference. Did you know that hospitals all across Ontario are coming to my porch in my own house to pick up the craft kits? There's something humbling about that. Yes, it's true, I turned down 200 hospitals. That's 200 new hospitals on top of my other 140 that I supplied to. It's a trying time for everybody, but I ask everybody to be strong. Take strength in knowing that you're making a difference. If you can't donate $1, how about create a card for a child in a hospital? I know that if you follow Jennifer Tryon on her channel, you'd learn how to make cards for kids in the hospital. I know if you went into the Hallcraft site, you'd learn how to make bracelets, something that we do thanks to them in the hospital. Thanks to them right now, we're making lanyards in the hospital for the kids to attach their masks. Thanks to IKEA, a child can have a stuffed animal and sleep with that stuffed animal at nighttime, so they're not alone. Did you know that the hospital playrooms are all closed? Did you know that many hospitals only allow one parent at a time, and depending on the child's age, it could change? They'll only allow them in for 2 hours. These are trying times, and thank goodness we are trying to be there for everyone. I need you all just be grateful. Hug your loved ones beside you. But most importantly, don't hang up and keep on watching, because I'm super excited to watch the one and only Phoenix Fire do some world challenge that I'll watch like this.
No, Pamela, she's the best, but she shouldn't have to shoulder this job alone. We need volunteers. We need people to step up in a big way, to walk side by side with Pamela, maybe even ahead, to help bring Crafting for a Cure beyond 2020, beyond COVID. It needs to survive because, like Pamela said, it makes a difference. And there are stories like David's in every single hospital that one of those craft kits lands in. We need your financial help, and we need your moral support too. You all have social media feeds, I'd bet. Get that silent auction posted there. Let your friends and family know they can make a difference too. Okay, everybody, we've reached the point of the program where we are not only ready to set donation records, but world records too. Let me introduce Phoenix Fire, aka Christopher Campbell. Now, this is a Stranger or Danger thrill show. It's going to be live. I'm not the only one. Pamela's not the only one who's live tonight. We're going to go to Christopher Campbell, Phoenix of Fire. He is the innovator of insanity, and he is going to break, well, let's hope, a world record tonight. Now, you may have seen him on AMC's Freak Show Season 2, or maybe you caught him in the sideshow of Psychosis. I mean, all of this sounds very creepy, I've got to say. I cannot wait to see what he's got up his sleeve or down his nose, as it would go. Let's bring him in, Phoenix of Fire, Christopher Campbell.
Go to OBS. Go to OBS. Redo that one. Just refresh it. Refresh that. Refresh. Reload.
You're in.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Phoenix Fire here, and I am so excited to be part of Crafting for a Cure gala event tonight. And you're probably wondering, there's been a lot of talk about some danger. You saw a little scroll at the beginning there. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm Phoenix Fire, and I have a show called the Stranger Danger Thrill Show. And what that means is that I have a lot of things that you do not want to try at home. there's a lot of kids, okay, out there. And, well, you know, it's one of those things where people are wondering, why shouldn't I do these at home? Well, we're going to talk about that. And that is, you know, we all do things in our lives that we shouldn't do and we're told not to do. And my life started very early with a struggle. And that struggle was that I was born premature. And crafting for a cure is very important to me because I lived a lifetime, you know, very early in my life where I spent 6 months in the hospital and was away from my family. And I wish I had a thing like crafting for a cure that could really help me with that. And, you know, going back, moving on forward in life, I had surgery. I was 16 years old. And you'll notice here, I have a big scar. And you can actually touch my heart. The reason for that is I spent six months in Toronto Sick Kids Hospital where they removed my sternum right here. And that sternum led to a world record years on. About 3 years ago, I did a world record where we put 10,036 pounds on me while laying on machete blades. And the odd thing about that was I was told never to do anything dangerous. Well, for crafting of a cure, for a cure, we talk about things, and there's been so many things tonight we've seen where people have been motivated to move on with their lives and to not be afraid of things. Well, I lived a life where I tried not to be afraid of anything. I have tons of fears, but I try and face them every day and live in the moment. And, you know, for me, crafting for a cure is very important because I was one of those kids. And I just want to thank everybody who has been a part of this show and had a chance to do that. Now, we're going to get on with the show here. And you'll notice here that I have a light bulb. And it works. And you guys have all probably been having a lot of snacks tonight and a lot of things. Well, I haven't. And we're going to start off the show here by taking this light bulb and putting it into this napkin here. Take this hammer and we break open the glass. Don't try this at home, kids. Kind of like popcorn. Now, Dean, you want to come over here? And who are you? Okay, Dean. Now, do you clean your room at all? Because I'm really thirsty now after my glass. Okay? And you want to smell this? Do you know it's real? Is that real? All right. Thanks, Dean. Thanks. Now that we know that this Windex is real, and we want to not try any of this at home, but I'm kind of thirsty. So I need your help at home as I do this very fun thing of having a drink and chugging it. Dean, come over here for a sec. We're not supposed to try any of that at home, right? All right. Now you want to look at these for later. Can you make sure that those are real?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to put these aside there, okay, for you. And you can go back, sit over there. Let's give Dean a round of applause and thank him for that. Now, we're at that point where, you know, I'm kind of still hungry. I had some glass and I had a drink. And, well, I have here what's called the world's hottest gummy bear. And this is 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper. So I'm going to throw this in my mouth and have a little bit of fun with it. But to make something that's more hotter, what I need to do is, you know, oh, that's really hot. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, just 1 sec, we're having a technical issue. Is that better? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, excellent. So what I have here, and I got a really hot gummy bear in my mouth, is, well, I'm going to take this razor blade and, you know, when stuff's hot, you really want to make it even hotter and add some cuts into your mouth, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, those are things you don't want to try at home. And we've got probably a lot of doctors in the audience here, and they're probably going, Phoenix Fire, I don't advise you doing this. I don't advise you doing any of this. And you really should stop doing all of this. But I never listened to the doctors back when I was 16, when I was told never to do anything dangerous. And I made a lifetime of it. And actually tonight, I got a notice. I got 5 world records that were verified, which is very cool. I'm very excited about that.
Hold on. Froze. You're back.
And was told never to do anything dangerous. We have a little bit of technical issues, so we're having fun. We're working through them. It's been a night of that for me. I'm not sure why. We'll get into that later. But anyways, going back to the dangerous part, is I was told never to do anything dangerous, and I really try in my life to face my fears. And one of the things that we do that we really shouldn't is talk about things with our eyes. And before we get further, though, this gummy bear is burning really hard, and I really need to get it off my tongue. Well, what I have here is this really cool fan here. And we're going to turn her on and have a little bit of fun the stranger danger way. Are you guys ready to do this? You were always told when you were kids never to stick your face in fans, were you? Or your fingers. But how about your tongue? Oh, wow. That's something I should really never do again. And I probably will, though. Now, going back to the eyes, we talked about things we're not supposed to do. We're told we're not supposed to like pick our noses as kids. We're told we're not supposed to stick things in our ears that are bigger than a finger. We're also told never to stick things in our eyes. So what I have here is, does anybody remember Teddy Ruxpin from their childhood? And, you know, Teddy was one of those people, he was a talking story bear. And the one thing that's really cool about Teddy Ruxpin is they actually weigh a lot. It's full of mechanics. Anybody ever have one as a kid and know how much they weigh? Well, I'll tell you, they weigh a lot. Well, if you notice here, I actually have some shark hooks here attached to Teddy Ruxpin. And don't try this at home, kids. Oh yeah, are you guys ready for this? You're all doing this right now. Oh, Teddy, you're a good friend. I appreciate you, Teddy. And I appreciate everybody else in the audience too. Everybody that went like this, or went like this, or went, ooh. I appreciate you all because we all are entitled to have our emotions and have a lot of fun. And it's been really weird tonight because we've seen a lot of really interesting things and a lot of ballet and opera and warm and comforting. And am I warm and comforting for you tonight? Are you being warmed? Are you being comforted? I'm not sure that I really believe that you are. Well, I know I want to get warm. And what I have here is some torches. And my name's Phoenix Fire. And what I do is a lot of fire performing. Now, I told Pamela that she wanted to have some fire in here tonight. So I'm going to do some fire eating. It's one of the basic things that we started as fire performers and have a lot of fun doing that. So I'm going to show you some fire eating. Okay? Sound fun? I think it sounds fun. Ladies and gentlemen, that's some fire eating. It takes a lot of things to learn, and don't try that at home, kids. Now, we talked a little bit more about some other things that were dangerous tonight. And we're going to start off where, when I was a kid, I was told not to try fire. Well, I already proved that wrong because I just did some fire. And but we want to be safe. When we do things with fire, we want to be safe. And my mother, she goes, Phoenix Fire, because that's what she called me. Not really. She called me Christopher, but we're going with Phoenix Fire. And what she did was say, you know what? We need to have a fire escape. If anything goes wrong, you need to know how to get away and how to be safe. And, well, Dean was so nice to show that we had a pair of handcuffs here earlier. And I'm going to show you my fire escape and how I figured I could become in life very safe. So what we have here, a pair of handcuffs, and we're going to throw those on. And back here, I have this cauldron. And, well, it's empty for right now, but I have it filled with a fire retardant so that we can live our life and be safe. So what I'm going to do is actually fill this up with a bit of fire retardant, okay? And I'm going to take some here. Oh, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. That wasn't retardant at all. That was kind of the opposite. That was kind of dangerous. Huh. Well, this is the Stranger Danger Thrill Show. And, you know, we're doing some tame things tonight because it's an all ages show. And, you know, we don't have the big knives being thrown at each other and climbing machete blades. And, oh, what else do we do? Crack whips, stick pins through our faces. But what we do have is a fire escape. And if you notice, this fire retardant has gotten very big. So hopefully I can escape out of these cuffs before the danger really happens. Are you guys ready for this? I know I am. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. You guys probably saw these keys on me, and you're going to think, you know what, Phoenix Fire? Those keys are going to get you out. Well, I don't have the keys anymore. What we're doing is still going to do our fire escape, okay? All right. So what I'm going to do, go back here, and we're going to get ready. On 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so cool to be able to escape things in life and to be able to go through life and knowing that if you stay calm in situations, you can pretty much escape anything and do anything. Now, that's the whole story of my life. I was told my whole life by doctors in the hospital when I was there, don't do anything dangerous. I was told, you know, that you should really protect yourself. You have no sternum. You could really hurt your heart if you do things dangerously. And I made a living out of that. Now, I talked about a world record of setting 10,036 pounds on my chest while I have no sternum. That was dangerous, but it proved that anything is possible. Now, we're going to get into something that I was told was impossible. And I'm going to set up here just one sec. I'm going to go over here and grab some tools and plug this in. Now, earlier, we were told, you probably saw the updates from Jennifer, that we were supposed to do another world record that involved high voltage. Well, I was practicing, and I got shocked, and I dropped the item and broke it. It was a Tesla coil. So we're going on to phase 2. Another world record I was practicing that was for another time later on, but we're going to move it up right now and do it tonight. Now, world records are very unique, and whereas it's a timed thing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have some help, and we're going to have some timing. And what we'll do, though, is show you a world record that I did. So this world record is a spin-off of this. Now, I have a world record for the longest time holding a jigsaw blade into my nasal cavity. I'm the only person in the world that does that. Now, I was told by colleagues that, you know what, that's really cool, Phoenix Fire. You know, you have a tattoo machine sponsored by Axis Rotary, and, you know, you stuck it in your head. But that's not a real jigsaw. And I'm like, you know what, friends, you're right. So what I did is set out to prove things wrong. Now, there's a lot of doctors out there. There's a lot of kids sick in the hospital that have surgery. So what I have here is actually a body saw. It has a 7-centimeter blade on it. And you'll notice that it cuts out. So it's on a generator, or well, not a generator, it's on a compressor. So it's going to go off while we set this world record. I refresh. I'm reloading.